Hi everyone, welcome. Decided I'm going to sit down on my chair today until I start crafting anyway. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator here in Central Victoria, Australia, and welcome to my Facebook Live. I go live every Thursday at 5 p.m, so here we are. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes until people start popping on. And as you pop on, please pop on and say hello. This does a few different things. It lets me know who's watching. It also pops you in the draw for to win the card that we're creating tonight. So each week I give away the card that we created the week before. So it's always fun to give away some stuff. So I've got a few people on. How has everyone's week been? Hi Pam, how are you today? So here in Victoria we've had a bit of a coolish day. I've actually got a few things on the line dry, so that was really good, but it's turned cold this afternoon, and it was actually that cold that I didn't want to get out of my jumper, so I've stayed in my jumpers I've been wearing all day, so I didn't get dressed up. It is very cold. I'm glad that I'm not the only one. That's good, Pam. Yeah, so I thought I'd just stay in my jumper today. So we're also heading into a 7-day lockdown here in Victoria, which, yeah, I'm not real thrilled about. I'm not going to talk about it today because I'm not real happy. But anyway, hi Jeanette, how are you? Hi Deirdre. Hi Lisa, how are you? Hopefully everyone's having a really good week, and well, we've got 7 days to get into a really good week at home. With our lockdown. I know. Hi Ingrid, how's your week going? Jeanette had her vaccines today, wow. So that was the first one? Which one did you have, Jeanette? Joy says it's very cold in Stall. Hi Deirdre. Yeah, alrighty, so yeah, so we're here in Victoria, it's 7 days of lockdown. So I think I'll get a lot of crafting done. I wasn't going to go anywhere anyway, so. You've had the first one. Beautiful. Oh, excellent. I don't think we can get ours yet. I'm under 50, so I'll keep waiting. Ingrid's asking, what does the lockdown mean this time around? So masks inside and out. We're not allowed to leave our home unless we're going to work or for essential services, so supermarket. And we're not supposed to go any further than 5 k's from our home unless, you know, it's the nearest shop or whatever. So I'm staying in Dingy. Hi Marion. Hi Rachel, how are you? Just got back from the vet and your vaccination's done. Well, that's good. I'm glad that everything's good and there wasn't an emergency. That's always nice. So, what's everyone been up to? Have you been doing anything exciting? Yes, all Victoria wide. So, we've had quite a few cases. Oh, over 40s can have from now. Okay, thanks Lisa. Okay, 40 to 49 as of today. There you go. Alrighty. I'll think about it. I'm not going to rush out. We'll wait and see. Although if they open the borders up. Rachel says, I know her brother's due to move to Queensland in 2 weeks. Well, it's a 7-day at the moment, but they're talking maybe 10. I suppose I'll wait and see how it goes. Yeah. But that's nice. That's a nice move from Victoria to Queensland. Certainly a lot less lockdowns there. Victoria's had some terrible lockdowns, especially in Melbourne. I'm glad I don't live in Melbourne. Pfizer, yep. Beautiful. All right, everyone. So has anyone been doing anything else that's exciting, or have you got anything planned? Oh, they're only going to be a few hours away. Well, that's really great, Rachel. Yeah, it's nice to have family close. I must admit, I've got my mum and dad living next door, so that's been really nice. It's hard when you live far away from your families. So, and I've never really lived super close, except for when we lived in Queensland. It was like a 3-hour drive. So, but next door was a hell of a lot closer. Well, so I'm going to tell you what we're crafting with tonight is going to be the paper pumpkin kit. So I'm really excited for that. I've done a couple of alternative cards, which we'll be crafting with tonight. And yeah, I really loved this kit. I think this kit was so pretty and it was really easy to work with. And my alternative cards are really easy as well. So I haven't gone to a huge amount of effort. Yeah, they're really beautiful cards. So we'll show you them in a minute. Hi, Becky. Lisa's planning lots of crafting and some studying. Hi, Jill. How are you? Alrighty. So we've got a few on. Welcome everyone. It's nice to see 10 on. It's always nice to have a lot on. So Jeanette's going to do lots of cards in lockdown. Yeah, I think the upside is we can all craft. So just gives us a little bit more time to craft, which is really good. And I've got lots to do, so I'm not complaining. Not that we weren't going anywhere anyway, so that was what I was going to do anyway. All right, so I'm going to pop the camera down and we'll get started. So hang on a second. Let me know how that lighting is. It seems to flicker until I put my hands in the shot, so I don't know what that means. It's a little weird. Hi Diane, how are you today? Marion says she's had a lovely week crafting, so now she can do more. Absolutely, and you just put in an order today, so that's even better. Okay. So let me get all my gear out. So the Facebook Live, the card challenge that happens every single week, this was a really fun one, and you've still got plenty of time to join in. The theme was punches, and let me bring in the card that I've done. So I've used the Sweet Strawberry bundle, which has a punch, a strawberry builder punch, I think it's called. And that's what I've used for my card today. So it punches out both the strawberry, the leaves, the little top, as well as the flowers. I've got it right here, let me show you. But Stampin' Up have so many different punches, so you've got plenty to choose from. And even if you don't have Stampin' Up punches, if you've got other punches, you can certainly create a card and pop it over on my Facebook page. But this is a Z-fold card, so it's a real wow factor card, but it's a super easy card as well. And this is over on my blog and on my YouTube channel, so if you want to see how that's created, go over and check that out. And I love that the inside of the card is hidden, because it's the same size as the front, so have that nice little border around with the melon mumbo, but really gives it a bit of a wow factor. Absolutely, Diane, plenty of crafting time for sure. Thank you so much, Jeanette. Yeah, this is a really beautiful card. I was really happy with when I created it. So if you would like to join in, you've got till Sunday or even later. Just create a card and then pop it over on that post. And I'll have a new challenge on this Sunday. So the more people that join in, the more fun you'll have as well. So yeah, please feel welcome to join in. So the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle, that is using the well-suited suite, and these are packed. Well, there's 12 tutorials in all of this bundle. There is male as well as some female versions of cards and projects. It's available on my blog for $9.99 US, and there are 11 of us, or 12 of us including myself, that pop these tutorials together, and there's some wonderful projects on there. I'll just show you mine because I've got it here really quickly. So this is my card here, which is super sweet. So that's over there. We'll have a new one next month if you're waiting out to see what that is. Also, the Join Plus offer has only got a few more days left, and this is a really wonderful deal. I can't talk about it enough. For $169, you get to choose $283 worth of craft supplies. These are your choice. You can choose anything you'd like. That's $114 in free product. That is amazing. Now, your shipping is free, so it's actually way more than $114 of free product. When you're looking at your shipping is free, you'll also get business supplies, so all your catalogs come as a free bonus. And yeah, you can sign up and become a hobby demonstrator, you can become a business demonstrator, or you can just sign up for that deal and then drop once you're finished if you don't want to continue. But there are so many perks of being a demonstrator that I guarantee, you know, it's very well worth becoming one, because there is some wonderful deals that Stampin' Up provide in your community. So this is available till the 31st, so what that is, Monday, I think it is. And yeah, next Monday. So if you're interested and you want to talk to me about joining up, you want to know the ins and outs, if you have any questions, please get in touch with me, because I'd really love to help you out. And I'd love to welcome you to the Inky Stampers as well. And like I said, this is a fantastic deal, $114 worth of free product, all for $169. So awesome. We also have the Connect, Craft and Collect deal going on this month, and this actually goes till the 14th of June, so it's still going to stick around next month. Now, what this entails is for an order over $400, now that can be a personal order, or you could host a party and get your friends and family to pop in orders, and as long as it goes over the $400 mark, you're going to get an extra $40 in additional stamping rewards, which for a $400 order, you'll end up with $80 in free product. So it's another win-win. Obviously, the Join Plus offer is a lot more beneficial, but this is also a really great way to get a few free products involved. Now, kit collections. Stampin' Up are bringing out kits, which are fantastic. This is a really great idea, and especially here in the South Pacific where we don't have paper pumpkin, or we have, you know, a few paper pumpkins every now and again. This kit collection is going to be fantastic. Now, they're only available on the website, and it will only show kits that are available. So these are going to change and move around a little bit as they go, as they sell out. So at the moment, there is certain kits available, and these will come out next month for customers. So if you're a demonstrator, you can already purchase them now, but these are previous paper pumpkin kits, and one of them is actually one that we did a couple of weeks ago. So it's not actually in here, but it is on the website. So that's going to be super fun to be able to do some classes with. And for anyone who is a crafter that doesn't have a whole ton of craft supplies, these kits are going to be great, because most of them are all inclusive. So you're going to have your ink pads, so these little ink pads will be inside. It'll have all your glues, your dimensionals, everything like that. So that's going to make a really great idea for anyone, whether you're going on holidays, for elderly at nursing homes, for kids. Like, this is going to be a really great thing for kids as well. It's going to suit so many different people. So that'll be available next month over on my website. Also at the moment, Stampin' Up have available free a United Through Creativity download. This is a digital download, and you can get this over on over at my shop, so www.tracybish.stampinup.net. It is a free download from there. Oh, how much are the kits? Sorry, Lisa, I think they're $37. I think all of them are the same price, but I'd have to look into that. I'll get back to you if you like, because I only quickly looked at what they had there today. Anyway, so the free digital download has actually for all markets the Stampin' Up offer too. So let me just flick you through. So you do print it out on your printer, and you can colour these in with stamping blends, alcohol markers. You can use your stamp and write markers. You can also use blender pens, lots of different options, the watercolour pens as well. But these are what's in the download. So because they're in all markets, they're in different languages as well, but there's so much here. So you really do need a good printer and good ink. So you are not a drop in the ocean, your entire ocean in a drop. There's some really beautiful sayings in here. And then they also have a page for each of the markets. I'm not sure what one that one is. I think that's a Canadian maple leaf. Yep, so you've got the true north, and I have no idea what that means, sorry. I would say this one's American. Then you have New Zealand, Dutch, I'd say this is the UK because we have the Scottish thistle, a rose, Irish leaf. So I'm not 100% sure, but Fancy a Cuppa is definitely for England. And this one's Australian, so g'day, you beaut, you're a true blue friend. And we have the Waratah. French, I believe. Got the wine and cheese. And then the last one is these ones here. There's 4 in on the page, and it sort of covers everyone there. So we've got a bike, bald eagle, Big Ben, a moose, castle, platypus, the gnome, and a kiwi bird. So a nice little download there, and it's free like I said before, so you can colour them in and create some cards, and maybe that's what you could do over the 7 days if you're here in Victoria. So, and if you do, pop it over and just let me know. Tag me in your photos because that'd be interesting. Okay, also I have the Stamp with Tracy Card Kit. This is the new one for June, and it's now available. The only thing I don't have available just yet is the online version. I'm just finishing off the video, but as soon as I have that done, that will be available, and I will say it'll be available as of Monday, so if you're interested in that. So it's using the Pansy Petals suite. It's an absolutely gorgeous suite. In the kit, you're going to get a 1/4 pack of the Pansy Patch DSP, and this is really beautiful paper. There's so many different colours in this. I really love the in colours that they've popped in this set. So lovely gingham and flowers. And this kit is actually really good because we've cut out a lot of the flowers from the kit. So you also receive 1/2 pack of the bumblebee trinkets. So you're going to get 10 of those. And the twine we're using is this one here, and it is the Simply Elegant trim. So gold and silver. I love this trim because I really like using gold and silver trim at Christmas time. And I'm glad that this is in the annual catalogue because we're going to be able to use that for Christmas, before Christmas, all through the year. So really excited for this one. Oh, hi Fiona, how are you? Yeah, so this is going to be a really exciting kit to have. So those are the products that'll come in the kit. You'll also get your 5 card kits and envelopes, and the printable PDF that'll have the video tutorial available as well. So that'll be available on Monday. if you're interested. If you want to purchase the whole class, that's available now. Just go over to my blog and sign up for the Stamp with Tracy class there. Alrighty, I think that was all I had with that. So we are almost to the end of May, and with May we have a couple of specials if you purchase in my online store. So this month we have the handmade card, these beautiful ones. I have a couple left, so there's 2 that I have left. You'll receive excuse me, you'll receive one of these. You also receive 2 of the bundle tutorials. Now this one here is for the annual catalogue virtual swap, and let me just say the projects in this are absolutely gorgeous. Really, really pretty. Some gorgeous projects in here that are very well thought of. What's really great is it's all annual catalogue, so it's all new product. So you're going to have heaps and heaps of inspiration with that one. And we also have my other tutorial bundle that I do every single month. Now if you're part of my team, you get this for free, so it's another reason to join the Inky Stampers. I love to help out with a little bit of creativity, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, these bundles. So you can print them out or you can just download them and use them that way. They have full colour photos, all the dimensions and the orderable codes, as well as all the directions. So makes it super easy for you. And this is my tutorial here and my card. And sad fact, this hot dog stamp set is retiring. Boo. So I'm really sad about that because I really like it. Anyway, now the retiring products from the mini catalogue are out as well, and I'll be putting that over on my blog tomorrow. So they are at a discount. Now it's not available till the 2nd of June, but I can tell you what they are beforehand, so I'll pop that over on my blog. Now it's up to 50% off on some products, so there's some great bargains there. Some things are not on special at all, but yeah, up to 50% off. There's a lot of dies and stamp sets for 50% off, so you're going to want to check that out and place that order. Alrighty, so let me show you the kit that we are going to be working with tonight. So it was the Blissful Blooms back in August 2018, so years ago. I'll show you what I have left over in the kit, and we are using some of these little die cuts on today's cards. I didn't use the dimensionals or the glue dots, but in the kit they had both green vellum and normal vellum in die cut leaves, so they just punch straight out really easily. I didn't use a lot of these because, I don't know, I'll show you in a minute why with my cards, but it has a little stamp set with it, which those are the only 2 that I didn't use. Can you see them? I've used everything else, and these were the cards. So there was 2 separate cards, both were card bases, and then you just changed them up by adding the labels and a bit of ribbon, or twine, sorry, a bit of the vellum leaves in the background, and just changed the sentiments up from the stamp set. So really, really beautiful. There's some gorgeous envelopes, and let me show you the envelopes because they're really clever how they've done that. So I've got a Calypso Coral, I think it is. Actually, no, it's Flirty Flamingo, and Granny Apple Green is in the inside, so they're all speckled. But let me show you some of the cards that I created. So we have this one here, and I've got that pink and silver twine, so that comes in the kit. I'm not even sure what colour that is because it's 2018. It's probably a colour that maybe has retired, or it could be Flirty Flamingo. I don't know, it's a bit hard to tell by looking at it. but I've added a little bit in the background there, so that's one. Yeah, they are beautiful envelopes, absolutely, Marion. Then I have one that I've attached a few leaves in the background. And I really like this sentiment, "You make me so happy," which is really nice. So I've got both the green and the plain vellum leaves, as well as some twine. And this one's the long skinny label here, and both vellum leaves in the background and the twine as well. Really nice thank you card. So as you can see, these are the two card fronts. So they can be, this one can be either way, same with this one. So I like that versatility, but being only two different card fronts, that makes it that little bit harder as well. So this one I've added onto Old Olive card base. So I've just cut it from the card. I've also stamped that beautiful little flower that comes in that stamp set. So this one here with a centre, and just fussy cut that one out, which I just think it's very plain, very simple, but on that Old Olive base is really pretty. Then we have, this is again just the plain envelope, plain card base. I've added a sentiment onto the label, a little bit of pink twine on the background, and I've added two of the small flowers. So really, really simple. This one here, I've actually cut this from one of our leftover pieces of our cards, stamped the images in the background with the sentiment in the middle, added rhinestones to all the centres of the flowers, which is really, really pretty, and popped up. And I've added a few more of those vellum leaves in the background. And that just gives it something a little bit different as well with the background. Okay, so that is the cards that I'm going to show you. Let me show you the cards that we're going to create. So I had two card bases left over, and so this one here and this one here. So for this one here, once we cut it up, we're going to make this card here. I love this card. Isn't this nice? Real popped up. You can definitely see the Blackberry Bliss in the background. So it's almost like a shutter card, if that makes sense. And the other one that we're making with the other side of the card base is this one here. So this is in polished pink card as the base. We've added a little bit of mossy meadow in the background, a few rhinestones, a bit of stamping in the background. So that's, those two cards are made from this one here. And then just move those to the side so I don't get them mixed up and confuse myself. So from this card here, oh thanks everyone, this card here, we're going to chop it in half, and we're going to make this card on crumb cake. And then this is the, back to front, this one is made with the leftover piece. So I've used the whole card, but I've added a piece of Blackberry Bliss that I've embossed on the side. So really cute. So let's get started with them. I hope you've enjoyed what I've done with these cards. So we're going to make this one here first, and I'm going to bring my trimmer in. So I've tried to help myself out a little bit by having some post-it notes, so hopefully we can get through without making any mistakes. But we're going to chop off half that card, and these were really good to use on something else because they're quite sturdy. And then we're going to, I'm going to turn it that way. I need this to be cut at 2 3/4. So we end up with those two card bases. So these can be done with any of the kits. With kits, they have recommendations of what you can create, but you can also use any of the products with your craft supplies to create anything else, which is what I've done here. And it's a really easy way to do it. So what we might do is we might make my favorite card first, so this one here. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut these all at, I think it's 1/4 inch. No, 1/2 inch. So I'm going to cut these at 1/2 inch. And I believe we're left with a little bit on the end from memory. And I want to keep these in order. Hi Amanda, how are you? So this is the Blissful Blooms Paper Pumpkin Kit. Whoop. And one last one. I'm just going to cut off that little bit on the end. Which we don't need. That's just a blank strip. You're good, excellent. Okay, so we have our pieces. I'll move these to the side. So our card base is Thick Whisper White. Now if you're making cards in white, I highly recommend the Thick Whisper White. It's such better quality and will really keep your cards together a lot easier. So we have the Blackberry Bliss that we're going to add these strips to. I'm just going to use some liquid adhesive for each of those. So you might be able to hear my family in the background. My husband's just gotten home from work. The walls are obviously very thin. He did go to the supermarket on the way home and he said there's absolutely no meat at the supermarket and a lot less toilet paper rolls. So apparently people have gone in there and gone crazy. So I'm just guessing that distance in between. If there is a bit of a gap on the end, I can just chop that end bit off. Oop. Which I think there is going to be. I haven't left much room on that end. Whoop. So we're just going to chop off a little bit on the end. Doesn't need too much. There's too much of a gap there. So the sentiment we're going to use for this is the thinking of you, which is a really nice sentiment. And we have one of these little labels. And these are really nice because they've got the embossing around the edges. So the three colours besides Memento that we're using will be Old Olive, Polished Pink and Blackberry Bliss for these ones. Lisa says, I was at the supermarket for a couple of things at 10 this morning and it was chaos, people going crazy. Why do they do that? I think that first lockdown that we had, we didn't stress out at all. And we had a big packet of toilet paper. But towards the end of it, like I think we had like 2 rolls left. And every time we went into the supermarket, and we live 50 k's out of a major town, every time we went in there was no toilet paper. So it was starting to get really, really scary there. But I can't believe people do that for a 7-day lockdown. It's just a little silly. So I'm also using one of the ribbons in the catalogue. Now this is in the mini catalogue right now from the Ice Cream Corner suite. This is the Blackberry Bliss striped ribbon, I think it's called. Yeah, this is really pretty ribbon, really soft and really easy to create bows. But we're not creating bows with it. We're actually just going to lay it across and just gonna cut a little bit off. And I'm also gonna need some dimensionals. So I'm going to attach my ribbon down just with some tear and tape. I think tear and tape's probably the best adhesive for 3D projects and also ribbon. The other good thing about ribbon, you can use the glue dots, but this won't go anywhere once it's down. I'm going to pop up our sentiment. 3 should be enough. So has anyone been crafting with the new things from the annual catalogue? And if you have, what's your favourite? I've got a couple of favourites, but it's funny, my very favourite I haven't crafted too much with, but my second favourite I have done so many projects, which you'll see very soon. So my very favourite is the Plentiful Plants, I think it is, or Bloom Where They Grow, Bloom Where They're Planted, I don't know. But the second one is the peach one. And I have been using that like crazy. Sweet peach, you're a peach sweet. Really pretty. So look at that. So simple, but isn't that beautiful? Jill got the canopy dies today. Nice. I'm going to completely admit I need to place an order for a couple of things, and I'm going to have to do that tomorrow, I think, because there's a few things that I really want to play with that I don't know why I didn't get them in the first order, but anyway. So I've actually cut this card a little bit different. I had it as a side folding or top loading card, and this one's just the side, so we're just going to place it that way and work this side. But this one's super simple, so this one's going to lay us straight down onto the mossy meadow. But before we do that, we're going to stamp our sentiment. So the thank you I thought was a really nice sentiment in this set, and because I think this is polished pink, well, it's as close, it's very close to polished pink. Obviously it's not polished pink because this is old and polished pink is a new colour, but I think polished pink goes really well with it, so that's what we're going with. So nicely just stamped in the middle there, and we're going to glue the two of these together and pop it up with some dimensionals. So these are really simple cards, but a great way to really spice up that kit. Whoop. Bit of wiggle room there. So in the stamp set there is also that little flower, and we're going to do a little bit of stamping up on the top right and the bottom left. We're going to stamp a few of the flowers. And we could also stamp the centres as well, but I'm just going to leave it just like that. I think that looks really pretty. I want to stamp off the edge. I'm just going to grab a bit of paper, stamp off the edge. So I've worked in odd numbers there, just three at the top, 3 at the bottom, so that works really well. Jeanette says she loves the hand penned, then the peach. I don't have the hand pen, but I've got the DSP, and that DSP is absolutely gorgeous, Jeanette. So I'd love to see what you create. Deirdre hasn't bought anything from the new one yet. That's okay. Lisa hasn't got anything from the new catalogue yet either, but the pansies are our first choice. Yeah, they're beautiful. Marion says, stellar birthday, Peekaboo Farm, Turtle Friends. These have been fun. Yeah, and you've done some amazing cards with those, especially the stellar birthday. Oh my goodness. They are super cute. And I think with that interactive die set, that's going to make it. And I've seen that interactive die set used with the turtles, with that Peekaboo Farm as well. So people have been really, really creative with that one. So for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, what it is it's a die set that on your card, it has a little window that you can push the circle around, and you have a little window that will show different images as you turn the circle round. Really, really clever. One thing about the annual catalogue is there is quite a few dies that are not part of bundles. So I don't know whether everyone sort of noticed that, but there is quite a few dies in there that have nothing to do with certain stamp sets. They're just on their own. So I'm going to bring in some rhinestones here. I'm looking for my pokey tool. So let's pop a few of those down. I think 3 will be nice. I've been using rhinestones a ton lately. And did you know that you could use your rhinestones and colour them with stamping blends, and then you've got your own colour of embellishment? So you could use any colour as long as there's a stamping blend. You can make embellishments of that colour. So that is our second card. Jeanette says Marion's cards were beautiful. Yes, they were. So I love this too. This is really pretty. It looks like you've stamped it yourself, but really haven't. So that's the second card. So like I said, really simple. Let's bring in the other card base. And we might work on this card first. So what we're going to do is I'm going to chop. So our card base front, I'm going to chop off at 2 1/8. That'll be halfway. So then we've got our 2 pieces. We're going to work on the crumb cake card base first. So this is half a piece of A4, chopped in half, scored in half. And we're using our pink twine, as well as some of those vellum leaves. Yeah, they are, Becky. Super simple, quick and easy. So I'm going to actually bring out one large one and a small one. So that, I don't know whether I said this before, there are 2 sizes, a large and a small, in these. And we're also going to be using just a scrap piece of basic white, and I need one of those larger labels as well. Okay, so let's grab our polished pink card, ink, sorry, and I'm going to stamp one little flower. Oh, I hope that's big enough. Yeah, it'll do. And the sentiment I've used is congratulations. So pop that just in the middle. And we'll need our center, which I'm going to use the Tuxedo Black, Memento Tuxedo Black. Yeah. So I'm going to fussy cut our little flower out really quickly, and I did smudge the end a little bit, but it won't matter because we're cutting it out. This polished pink is really growing on me. I think it's just that little bit of not quite so bright as the Magenta Madness, and I don't mind the Magenta Madness either, but this one I'm really liking. So as I'm cutting this out, I'm just creating a little bit of a white halo around. That'll just help that pop up a little bit as well. Okay, so we're going to add, I'm going to try and conserve some of my twine. So let me show you a trick. Instead of wrapping around your twine or your ribbon or anything like that multiple times, I'm going to add a little bit of tear and tape to the top and the bottom, and this is going to secure down those ends. I probably only need it on the side, but that's okay. So I'm going to attach my twine down into there, and then to the back, not pulling it too tight. You don't want to have it lifting in the middle. And then I'm going to chop those ends off and then just do another one. So you're really saving yourself from wrapping it around. No one wants to waste their craft supplies. And to secure those down, I'm just going to add a little bit more tear and tape over the top. It is a shame, Jeanette, but I think by looking at the kits, they're previous paper pumpkin kits, so I would say maybe they might manufacture them again and bring them in the kits, because all those kits on the website will continually change as they deplete stocks, and they'll be adding new ones all the time. So I think that that's a really great idea that they're doing that. I think it's very sensible. They're not reinventing the wheel. It's using the same products that they already use over there. It's just that they can't provide them to us on a monthly basis like they can in North America. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this down, and because we've got that little bit of dimension, I am going to use my tear and tape again. You could use the liquid adhesive, but I find once there's a little bit of dimension, the tear and tape just secures it down a little bit easier. I'll take that backing off. Yes, Jeanette, great idea, absolutely. So I have kept this pretty plain. I could probably emboss that card front. That would look really nice. But I think just having all the design over here is enough. Creating a nice little border all the way around. And the good thing about that tear and tape, it's not going to lift up at all. So I'm also going to tie a nice little bow just around. And I'm leaving it on the roll. You can really save yourself a lot of ribbon and a lot of twine by leaving it on the roll. Now the only thing about tying bows with twine is it does tend to do that turn around, but you can sort of work with it a little bit by holding on to it to keep its shape. Sometimes it's just going to do it anyway. So I'll make this a little bit smaller. Happy with that. Cute. Okay, so we're going to add these vellum leaves to the back of our sentiment. I'm going to use some glue dots for that. I think vellum can be a little bit funny with anything other than glue dots or your tear and tape. Oh, that was hiding there. I'm going to add these to the back. So how many of you guys like doing the kits from the catalogues now? Because I don't mind them. I think sometimes it can make creativity really easy when you've got the kits. So we're going to pop some dimensionals on the back. And then lastly, we're going to pop that flower down as well. And I think I might I can either pop that up or just glue it down. I think I'm going to glue it down. I think there's enough pop up there. Jill says she's just ordered one to see if she likes them. Excellent. Which one did you go with? There's actually a couple that they're offering that I think is really nice. See this one here? I did see that when they had it in the paper pumpkin kit in America, or in North America, and I love this one. I think this one's really sweet. So they've got gum boots in the kit. That's really pretty. Okay, so that is the third card. So really nice colours with the crumb cake in the background. I like that one. Jeanette says she doesn't mind them. You can do quite a few cards with your own designs. Absolutely. It's a little bit like the medleys, but a smaller version. So that's always good. Okay, so we're going to move on to our fourth and final card. Let me bring that in. So I have the embossing folder here, and this is greenery. And we're also going to, so I have a piece of Blackberry Bliss. And what I want to do is I want to measure over 2 1/8 inch over. And that's where I want to start my embossing. So I'm going to line that up and inside. So I'm going to run that through my cut and emboss machine. I was thinking that was a 3D, but it wasn't, so I didn't need my plate 4. Because we have different sandwiches for different embossing folders, I really probably should start writing down what I'm going to need for each one. Anyway, so here we have, isn't that gorgeous embossed? That gives a really nice detail. Let me bring the card in. So it's this one here, so we're just going to fold and score. So this is really easy. We've just chopped off half of the front. We're adding this into the card, so we have that. This was then the front of the card. Really clever. Sentimental Rose Kit. I'll have to have a look at that one. So I can use either tear and tape. I'm going to actually just use my liquid adhesive to add some glue down. I'm going to add that inside. And for our sentiment, we have the large label. So out of this kit, all I'm left with the labels is one small one. So that's pretty good. I have used all the labels up. So the sentiment we're going to use is the loss is immeasurable, but so is the love left behind, which that's a really nice sympathy card, I think. So we're going to use that one again, and Blackberry Bliss. I think I'm definitely going to keep this stamp. I think this is a really nice sentiment. Go really nice inside a card as well. Alright, so we're going to bring that Blackberry Bliss striped ribbon back in, and we're just going to create a little bit of a loop in the background. And chopping that off. I found inside my jumper today one of the backings of our dimensionals, so I didn't craft it all today. I was at my desk, but I didn't craft, so I have no idea how that got in there. Can find dimensional backings anywhere, I think. So I'm going to add that down. I'm going to just chuck a little bit more over the top so it doesn't fall off. And add some dimensionals to it. And that's the card. So I had fun last Saturday just playing around with that kit, seeing what I come up with. And I love that I had 4 cards to create with you tonight. You could probably put some dimensionals on this as well, but we'll leave it as is. So I was thinking next week what we might do is I'll give away the 4 kits that I made today. So let me pop in the cards that we created tonight. This one here. Beautiful. Aren't they gorgeous? So really, really nice. So if you want to go in the draw, all you need to do is leave a comment. Share this video and like it. Alrighty, I'm just going to fix up my ribbon and then I'm going to pop the camera back up. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed not only seeing the kit, but seeing the alternatives as well. I've certainly enjoyed creating the alternatives. I think it's something different to be able to do for you all. So yeah, that's it for tonight. I've got a little bit of an announcement. So I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and work on this business and become a business, which instead of, at the moment I've been dabbling, and I've been dabbling in and out for the last 3 years. And I say in and out, I mean, I've been scared and I've pulled back a little bit, but what I would like to do is make this more of a business. So for anyone who's watching me, what I'm asking is if you would follow me on my social medias, if you would like my posts, share my videos. If you've got friends that are interested in crafting, get them involved, get them watching, let them know I'm doing classes, all that sort of stuff. That's what I'm asking if you wouldn't mind doing, and I really appreciate everyone that pops on every single week and people who order from me and everything like that. But what I decided was I want to give this a go and see how I go. So hopefully you will support me in my business, and yeah, I'm really excited. So we'll wait and see what comes from it. Anyway, so I'll be back next Thursday with another video, but don't forget you've got the Sunday challenge, the Punches challenge. You I also have a new challenge on Sunday, so hopefully you will join me for that one. And yeah, so we'll see you next Thursday. But anyway, thank you so much for joining, and yeah, I'll see you all. Okay, bye-bye. Hello everyone, I'm back. I was just doing my live, but I forgot that I didn't do my drawing for last week's video. So sorry. I got really nervous as I was talking about starting my own business. So anyway, so I'm back. I've jumped back on to do our drawing for last week's card, which is this one here. This was part of the Stamp with Tracy Card Kit. This is no longer available, but I do have my new card kit for June coming up. So that is available now over my blog. So what I thought I might do is I might do the drawing now for last week's card. So I've got all the names here, and I'm so sorry. I just completely forgot, but anyway, we're back, so it's all good. So I'm going to draw one name. Jill won, and she was just on the live, so that's fantastic. Jill, let me know your address. Get in touch with me on Messenger or send me an email, and I will send out your card from last week's. Anyway, again, I'm so sorry that I cut off before even thinking, and you guys have probably left messages to say you didn't do the drawing, but we've done it now. Have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy what you're up to, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.